Here we go. Good Tubbs. Yep.
And we've seen some great racing in the Thames so far this morning.
It's amazing to watch these crews go off the start, winding up over their first 5, 10, 15 strokes up towards race pace. Two local clubs, two of the clubs along the Thames fighting out in this race. Kingston B on your left-hand side and Thames Rowing Club's A crew on the right-hand side.
And of course, last year in the final we saw Thames versus Thames in the Thames, and no doubt they'll be looking to do that again this year. But it is Kingston Rowing Club B in the Bark Station, Thames Rowing Club A closest to us on screen. We'll be looking for a repeat on last year's win.
Well, you certainly expect Thames A to win. As you mentioned the final last year, this is an amazing event with the two crews racing in the Thames Cup. However, Kingston, a long rivalry with Thames, so they won't be putting up with any of that. Thames, although looks like Thames moving into a lead though off the start.
Yeah, you called it there, Jim. Thames moving into a nice lead off the start, and they've extended that as we come past Fawley now. Very comfortable row, and typically these are the sorts of margins that we see on the Wednesday in some of our races, although we've seen definitely some exceptions to that so far this morning.
Indeed, and for this particular club, in fact both of them, must be a particularly enjoyable part of the course. They're about to go past Remnant Club. The Remnant Club, founded by 7 of the major clubs along the Thames. Thames is one of those clubs, as is Kingston actually, so any second now they'll be going past. There'll be a huge roar from all the Thames fans, and Kingston will enjoy that shortly afterwards, no doubt too, although it looks like there's quite a commanding gap now between the crews, maybe 5 lengths or so, and Thames certainly not taking it slowly.
Yeah, they're not really taking the pace off, are they? I mean, they look relaxed because they have the pressure off them, but they still seem to be keeping that rate up and moving it along, so perhaps they're maybe looking to have a little bit of a blowout in this first race and empty the tank a little bit. I'm not sure, because they really are putting the distance now into Kingston Rowing Club.
It's a really commanding lead now, isn't it? They were at 36, 37 strokes a minute there. I don't know if they're deliberately putting a push in past Remnant on leading up to enclosures. Maybe they're looking towards later in the week, but you see they've taken it down now. The rating's down at 32, 33 strokes a minute, and now they're just enjoying that lead. I mentioned there's some history between the clubs earlier. Thames founded in 1860, would you believe? Although Kingston, 2 years earlier, at 1858, they're the second oldest rowing club in the UK, I believe. The probably historians will tell me wrong. I think Leander's the oldest, 1818, I think. History lesson serves me right. We haven't been talking about Kingston, which is remiss. They're really putting all they can into this race. They're really synchronised, and that's hard. So 2/3 down the course, just talking about earlier, it hurts at this point, and it's a funny part of the course. It's the quiet bit. There aren't many spectators doing their absolute best to try and keep in touch with Thames.
Yeah, this is a quality crew from Kingston. They've had a great domestic season. They were 3rd in the Club 8s at the Henley Regatta, so and they had 2 crews, the club, inside the top 80 at the head of the river in March. So a great season for Kingston, but we can see Thames now, now they're really taking it down. So they were keeping the pip up there with their rate of striking for most of the course, but now we can see they've taken it right down, and they're just going to conserve and look to row fairly calmly past the stewards' enclosure.
I'm sure they're enjoying it. This crew we will be seeing later in the week, I've absolutely no doubt. Some of the races they've had today, they've been going head-to-head with Oxford Brooks's A and B men's crew, and they're absolutely top-class eight. And it's wonderful to watch them. Just enjoying it now as they come past all their supporters and the stewards' enclosure. That boat just floating along towards the finish.
So we can see them making their way up to the line now. After winning the event last year, no doubt it will be in their sights once again for Thames to try and win that Thames Challenge Cup.
It'll be 3 out of the last 4 if they do it.
Crossing the line, Kingston Rowing Club B.